Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video, lemon garlic shrimp. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here and you're interested in learning how to cook authentic Cajun and Creole cuisine, comfort food, and just about anything for that matter, then you've come to the right place. Click the subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Now today's video is a lemon and garlic shrimp that we're going to have over some spaghetti. This is super delicious. Now this is a recipe that I found online and then I just tweaked it to my liking. And now that I'm satisfied with the recipe, I'm going to bring it to you guys. Without any further ado, let's get to the kitchen so I can show you what I'm talking about. Here are the ingredients that we're going to be using today, and as usual, I'm going to have the full recipe in the description box below. Alright, so it's always a good rule of thumb to get everything ready to go before you start cooking. So we're going to start off by getting our vegetables prepped, and then we'll move on. Now that we got everything prepped and ready to go, we're going to get our frying pan heated up to a medium heat. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil. Now when that olive oil comes up to temperature, we're going to add our vegetables. Now we have our vegetables in here. We're just going to give it a quick stir. We're going to add a little pinch of salt. And we're just going to saute these for about 5 minutes or so, just so they can start to soften up a little bit. Okay, this has been sauteing for about 5 to 8 minutes, and you can see the onions have started to become translucent. Now we want to add our garlic. We're going to give this a good mix. We're just going to let this saute until you start to smell that garlic at probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Alright, this has been sauteing for about 2 minutes. Now I want to go ahead and add our chicken stock. And once the chicken stock is in there, we just want to give it a quick stir. And then we're going to add our Creole seasoning and then our herbs. And once we do that, go ahead and mix again. Drop the heat down. You want to bring this down to a simmer and let it simmer for a few minutes. And then we're going to start adding the rest of the ingredients. And once this comes down to a simmer, we're going to add our lemon zest. And once we get that in there, just go ahead and give it a good mix. And we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Now while you're letting this simmer, just keep an eye on it. And if it looks like your sauce is reducing down a little too much, just add a little water. Now while our sauce is simmering, we're going to get a pot of salted water up to a boil and cook our spaghetti according to the instructions on the package. Now our sauce has been simmering long enough for us to get our spaghetti going. Now we want to add our shrimp. And once we get the shrimp in there, give it a good mix. Keep an eye on it. We want to cook it for about 5 to 6 minutes, just until our shrimp are done. Alright, our shrimp have been cooking for about 4.5 minutes. They're almost done. There's still just a little bit of gray on some of these shrimp. So what I'm going to do now is add some fresh green onion and some fresh parsley. Now that I have my green onion and parsley in there, I want to thicken up this sauce. I have a cup of cold water mixed with a tablespoon of cornstarch. Now it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to add this entire cup into this sauce. I'm going to add a little bit at a time until I'm satisfied with the consistency that I'm looking for. Now that I have my sauce at the consistency that I'm looking for, our pasta's finished. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the sauce. Then I'm going to give it a good mix, and then I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of butter. This is going to give it a nice texture, a nice mouthfeel. It's going to add to the richness of the flavor. Trust me, you don't want to pass this ingredient up. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the juice of 1 lemon, and then we're going to plate up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and plate this up. I got a few guests tonight, so I'm going to make this look as good as possible. Now, if you are a garlic lover, this is the dish for you. There's a nice, beautiful garlic flavor to this. That lemon just brightens it up, makes it super delicious. There's a little kick to it with that cayenne pepper. Look, if you haven't already and you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you want to check out another video on this channel, maybe this playlist to help you out, or maybe this video is more of what you're looking for. Either way, click one of those and I'll see you there.